when it comes to procurement and sourcing and dealing with purchase agreement classification, you could include the subcontractor information as part of it, and that adds an additional fast step into the purchase agreement. Maybe they're required to have a particular certification. They need to be certified to produce. Would you allow direct invoicing to be done, or has to go through specific policies that you have? And you may want to add additional activities and link it to the case management. Just wanted to show you these features here. I'm not going to save it, but I just wanted to tell you all of those values will be discussed as part of public sector. Let's say I'm going to change the status to be effective in order to be able to use it immediately, effective date, and maybe we're going to expire it. I'll go to the line, add a line for one of the items that I'd like to have it as a subcontracted. So let's say there's a test service here. Assume you're producing something, you send it to a vendor, AdventureWorks, in order to do some additional processing, testing, maybe making it waterproof, etc. Happens that this is going to be coming from Warehouse 21, goes to that vendor, and then they say how much it's going to cost you per unit. And then you could specify the expiration date for each line to be different. If you would have set it up at the header, that would be defaulted here, which again, you could override it. I make it simple, it's effective, it's ready to go. And of course, for resource group, you need to consider a new work cell to be acted as a subcontractor and a resource of a vendor. You need to take care of that in order to make sure that your lean processing is going to consider that work cell as a subcontractor, and vendor is going to look at the purchase agreement. So let's go take a look at resources. And as a matter of fact, when you create a brand new resource, you can give it a name like subcontracting vendor. And as you remember, you have so many different types of resources. For subcontracting, you have to choose vendor. If I choose vendor, I pick and choose the proper vendor that I have a purchase agreement for. And then I need to go back to resource groups, create a brand new resource group, give it a name, call it like subcontracting work cell, associated for a particular site, and make it to be work cell. This is important, and if you remember as the beginning of my demonstration in regard to the lean, this has to be a work cell. You say where you get the data from, what's the location for it, and where do you indeed place it in. Happens that in this demonstration, I'm just going to use a completely different warehouse. You receive it in 11, and then you take